Swedish phrase to start.
What's the phrase of the week?
Ja, ingenting.
Good. Nu förstår jag vad du menar.
Nästa gång.
Nästa gång tar vi det. Good.
Take us out of this.
This lot are all horrible. Jimmy, just let's start with your team news. What is your team news going into the game this weekend? Any updates?
No, but Sivert, I promised last time Sivert's gonna be ruled out for the rest of the season, and then let's see for how long time. But he's not gonna be available now for the last part of the season.
Is there any more clarity over what the issue actually is?
I think it's going quite well, but it's just the timeline. It's too short, so he's not going to be ready for the last games, not even the final. So, but hopefully he's ready for the pre-season. Everything, so everything is going well as it could be. So that's more about that. Then maybe we say something on the homepage later.
Huge frustration for him though, because he was having such a fine season up until this.
Yes, it's always like the players when they get these injuries. It's always you know how much it means for them as they contribute to the team, their life. You know, like they have the push in training every day, looking forward to the games. But that's the way of football sometimes, and in life in general, you get setbacks, you get some problems you need to solve, and sometimes you can grow with that also, and we have to support each other.
I think he said he'd gone back home. I think last time we spoke about this, is he back in?
He arrived on Monday, so he has been here now. So he wants to train, but he can't right now. So yeah.
But still, a character, I would imagine, that's got a role to play behind this. You know, he's a leader, isn't he? Maybe a role to play behind the scenes.
Yeah, he's a good character, and he's always high standards and a good person, care about others. So he's contributed a lot of things anyway. But of course, he wants to play. But I think that's sometimes when you get injured, you can grow in other areas as a player, as a human, as a leader. So. We always try to think about the positive things we also can take using this time in the best way.
And Krista's, where's he at?
He's training full now, so I think he'll be fully ready to compete with the team from next week. He's training this week full, but it needs some more time so don't get any setbacks. But at least he's training full with the team now.
Just give us your thoughts going into this game.
I think it's really interesting game. We know where we are in the table, and it's an important game for us to perform really well and try to win this game. So, and they are also doing really well. They have a good structured team. The manager has done a really good job, and what they are good at, trying to arrive to many times and playing with the strength. So we have to be. I think our performance has to be really strong and keep believing what we are doing. I think that's the most important thing what we have done. Like trying to get this identity better and better through the whole season. Then so I think the team is growing and more players. Also because some injuries have taken more spot inside the team and the connections are there. So it's up to us tomorrow to make a really good performance and do the best we can to try to win the game.
I was looking at some of the comments from the St Mirren manager at his press conference this morning, and he said, you know, they're a team that they've got into the top six. They've got absolutely nothing to lose. They're going to go at you and press you high. I mean, are you braced for a St Mirren team that's going to just throw everything at you? And I guess maybe a team that says feels they've got nothing to lose is a very dangerous opposition.
No, but they are there, and they are in top six, and they have deserved it. So they are a good team. We know that already. So and if they press us or not, I think they are quite good pressing in general. So of course we have focused on some solutions, but we also a good team with the ball, and we have some ideas how we can attack them, of course. And so it's going to be. I think it's going to be an interesting game, and for us it's really important to go for a win, and that's why we have to go into the game and do the best we can, try to win it.
They've been difficult opposition for you this season, haven't
Yeah, but hopefully sometimes time changes. So another opportunity tomorrow to do it better and learn from the other games.
And of course, there's so little between the teams that are going for third, fourth, and fifth. But you look at the fact that United have played Hibs, something's got to give there. So it's a big opportunity for yourselves, isn't it, to take another step towards where you want to be?
I think it's more about, I know it's other games of course, but I think it's more about us, that we can keep focus on what we can, our performance and the games we play, and take it game by game to the end, and that's what we have done now for a while, and that's really important for us to focus, because we try to be better, because we want to bring a higher level of performance all the time, and then so you can deserve your results, and when you're not top performance, sometimes you lose. So, and of course you can win sometimes with a lucky goal or whatever, even if you don't perform well. But in over a season, the performance is this thing we have to be really good at to get the most points as possible. So that's where we focus.
Just a final one from me. Any update in terms of players who are out of contract at the end of the season? Any update in terms of?
No, we're gonna talk about this after the league, when the league is played, and then we have a week before the cup and all these kind of things. Then we're gonna focus on the squad, what's gonna happen with the players. But now, right now, we focus on this interesting period of the league.
I kind of look back at that game at POTY against St Mirren as almost like the lowest point of that run that was challenging. But I also think it was maybe a turning point, because I think it kind of framed things really well, and you did quite a lot of late window activity as well after that. Was that something that did it drive some transfer window activity, that 3-0 defeat?
No, we have some ideas what we want to do anyways. It's not about a specific game. You can't react with emotions and just change the whole team because you play one game. Football is an amazing sport. It's an exciting sport, and sometimes some crazy results happen or whatever. But actually, this game they did well. St Mirren did well, and they were clever how they play, and we couldn't really cope with that in that game. So we never act through a specific game. We try to more be stable and what we need in the future and what we need right now because of injuries. But also, if you're gonna bring someone from an injury, can he stay here for a longer term? So we try to always invest in the team. So we're not gonna be so emotional that we're gonna react from one game and change the whole squad from that way.
Until you see Olasanya moved, I think with about 5 games left, £200,000 to the MLS. Were you as happy as he was to see him go?
No. I don't think about actually which players are leaving. He did well against us, to be fair, in this game. So, but even if we have stayed, we have focused on our things, and of course, hopefully learned from these games.
I always think St Mirren are such a challenging team to play against. They're not the only team that plays in the style that they do, but I think they're the best at it in the Premier League. How much do you think you've learned over the previous 3 matches to take you into this one in Paisley?
I think, as I told before, they are really clear what they want to do, and they do it really well, and they try to do it as many times as possible per game. And for us, it's more to be really clear how our balance can control the situations, but of course also how we can do better in attacking them and creating scoring chances. So that's what we have focused on this week, and hopefully we can see that tomorrow. But still, it's always the manager and the team, St Mirren, they are good. So, and it's a away game, but we have to be sharp in the things we're gonna do and believe in our things, and hopefully that can give that performance and the result.
Yeah, obviously we've talked about St Mirren, but you're in great form. I think you've won defeat in 12. St Mirren should be worried about what Aberdeen are going to do.
Yeah, but I think for me that's football. Even if you're winning and not losing in 12 games, you have to be focused again on what's in front of you right now, and that's why the trainings are so important. The intensity is still really high on the sessions. The players are front-footed and pushing each other. It's a good spirit. It's a good communication inside the team. So we feel really ready for this challenging game tomorrow, and hope we're going to get 3 points there.
Final one for me that you probably won't answer, but I'll ask anyway. Dante Pivar has come in and done really well in some cameos. I know Ante Palaversa is close to a suspension. Do you have to look to manage these things, or do you just play the best player for the best game?
I think you always have to believe that you can win the game you're playing, and always try to, depending if it's Ante or Dante, who knows, we're going to play tomorrow, but you always try to prepare for that game. You're not going to know what's going to happen in the future anyway, so we're always going to try to be available, have all the best team, and try to pick out the team we think is best to start the game and who's going to end the game for us. Thank you.
Jimmy, it was Player of the Year awards last night. Shayden won won it. How pleased are you for him?
I think like sometimes I'm gonna be pleased for everyone who win it, but if you look at Shaden and his journey here, and when you're working close to him, how he put in efforts, and sometimes he's struggling, but he's coming back even stronger, and have this mentality. That's the thing of a footballer. You have to be. A career is never like that. It's always like this, but hopefully the trend line is higher, and you see he's working and how he's contributing more, as also talking inside the media room when we have meetings, and want to improve, want to learn, and is also a nice character. And I think it's nice to see him yesterday with all the emotions he showed when he get this prize. So of course we are really happy for him.
How did you enjoy the night in the ceremony?
Sorry?
How did you enjoy the night in the ceremony, seeing all the fans there?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it's always good to have this. How can I say? Platforms or whatever, you can interact with everyone. So and also for the players to see what we're playing for, and build on this relation, because it's a really important relation you have with your supporters and fans, and because we belongs to Aberdeen Football Club, we're working for this club and for the people around it, so we have to be aware and take responsibility. But the only thing we can promise is always to give everything we can. We can't promise results, but we can promise this one, and then it's good to meeting these people, and then you feel how strong this relation are, and the belief, and how everybody pushing for us to get better and better.
And that'll be important. Obviously, it's a sold-out way end against St Mirren, but throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think it's really important that we can keep this extra energy. You know, it's difficult games, it's important games, and sometimes in these moments that can be the difference from taking all the points or without, because when the players are really tired and the stress is there and they get this energy.